All right, happy days. It's time for some FACEIT. Let's go. It's time for some NA Master. We're in the final week of Master Division for Season 6 for regular season. Playoffs will start Monday the 22nd for Master Division. You know, it feels like we got some real important matches still left to play here. You know, a lot of teams kind of waited to play the bulk of the matches. You know, we had a lot of teams doing makeup matches and stuff. Still here, even at, you know, the twilight hour coming up on the very end of the season, you still have, you know, Boot Troop that only has 11 games played. I think we're playing 8 games in 9 days or something like that. EDM look like they're down here in 8th place, but it's only because they have fewer games played than anybody else in the league. Them, Amplify, also still have 5 games left to play. This is before Sunday. We'll see what happens. There's some important ones in there too. There's some really important ones in there. But we're zooming in here tonight with Yab taking on Midori. This is going to be 2 teams that we anticipate will make playoffs. I think mathematically, Midori have already sealed their slot. And that is with, this is not counting head-to-head and getting any more deeper than if everybody else wins all of their matches in these top 7, and Midori loses theirs, then Midori would still end up in 8th with 5 losses. Excuse me, 7th. Because I have mine are 7 and 6. 6 is still good, although with that said, then you're starting to kind of get into some messy territory. But I think 6 is still a guaranteed slot right now. Yab, Daystar have all clinched slots that they are guaranteed. EDM have 5 games left to play. Like, they have too many games left to play to say that. They could theoretically go 7 and 8, and that's obviously not good enough. I don't think they will, but they could theoretically, given the math. But your top 6 teams, not counting Artemis could also end up in the 7-loss column, but it's still very winnable for Artemis. Boot Troop, on the other hand, that's gonna be a tough ask. So Artemis likely to end up in the 6-loss column, but that's fine for them. Like, that's still enough for playoffs. Where does Yab and Midori end up? And if Yab are able to get this head-to-head, they could very well find themselves getting that 3rd place slot and not having to face, you know, one of the tougher teams early. You know, Yab, I think would like to avoid end up in like 5th, right? You know, you would like to move up and see if you can get 3rd and face like the 6th seed. I think that's a way better look and a way better start for Yab going into the postseason. They did very recently take a dub over Boot Troop. They handed Boot Troop their first loss of the season. They have Anomaly and Tapiri after this. So it looks good for Yab to 3-0 it out if they can win here tonight against Midori. Something to keep in mind, they did lose to Daystar. One thing I was kind of looking at here. Not only lost to Artemis and EDM as well. So something to keep in mind if head-to-heads start coming into play. But that loss to Daystar in particular, it looks like it's going to be very pertinent. This is, if Yab can 3-0 out the rest of the season, end with a 11-4 record. Daystar, I believe, are likely to end the same way. Daystar are likely to end 11-4. Yab are trying to avoid playing Daystar in the opening round. There's a comp you may or may not play, and I'm sorry to your eyes if you do. Oh, I can't wait to see this triplet. Young and Beautiful are trying to win this match to hand Midori their 4th loss, and to avoid ending up with Yab in 5th and Daystar in 4th. And they end up playing each other opening round. That's exactly what Yab want to avoid. That is not what Yab want to happen. Keep it here until we get that first bayonet. I don't want to miss that. It's an Oasis pick. Midori is going to get first ban. Let me get side swap for you as we get ready to head into map 1. Yeah, I work really hard to keep those archives going so that you've got, permanent record of these fantastic matches. It'd mean the world to me if y'all would go sub to my YouTube channel. Tracer ban here from Midori. It was Young and Beautiful who got map pick, and we'll get second ban. Midori hoping to win out the rest of the season. They've got Yab and Extinction 0 in front of them. If they are able to win this one here today, it's very likely that Midori will finish in 3rd place. And then you're looking like you will face likely EDM, or it could be Yab for that matter. Depends on how EDM does. But I will say, if you're Midori here, kind of a similar thing. If you win tonight, you're avoiding having to play Daystar, Yab, really Daystar in that opening round. You don't want to play Daystar round 1. That's what, if you take anything away from this pregame, I think that's what the conclusion is. There you go. Midori on the back of a 5-game win streak, I believe, right now. Yep. Last loss was to Boop Troop, as a matter of fact. They are able to take a win over Alternate. One of the what, 2 teams? One of the 2 teams that has beaten Alternate this season. The other being Boop Troop. Young and Beautiful had Boop Troop their first and only loss of the season last week. And it kind of makes us think that, you know what, even with all the seeding stuff, and it's just kind of a matter of, matter of inches, a matter of trying to fight for just get that little bit easier schedule right now. And each one of these wins is going to mean a lot. But it does feel like any one of these top 4 teams in particular, if not top 6, could potentially win the whole division. Like, could absolutely upset and just win this whole damn thing. There's still a lot of things to play for, even though there's no Obdo CS slot on the line, which I know is a bit of a bummer. It was a hazard ban out of Young and Beautiful. Came out swinging. They were Avidity Ice at the start of the year, here to kick off 2024. 8-7 start, but again, just kind of getting these pieces put together, and then get picked up under the Young and Beautiful org there in Season 5. And man, I mean, what a turnaround. Coming in with this 12-3 finish. They're out of Season 5 with just very few changes in the roster. And I feel like have just continued to make improvements. Coming into Season 6 with Inuyun and Chopper coming in. The word on the campfire is Chopper's in more of a fill kind of role, more as a sub, not in a hard grind there for every scrim starter kind of role. But you know what? Right here out of the gate, as we're getting ready to load into Oasis for this map 1, we are seeing Chopper is in the lineup. So we'll get Chopper and Alex in to start. I guess Azruf is still on a ban, but no Solsei in here today. Let's give me K-Bait as well. We got both hit scans on the battlefield. Let's get into map 1. What are we seeing? What are we seeing?
Round 1. Capture the objective.
We got AST pulling out the Zarya. Hero doing the same. Zach showing us a bit of the old fastball here. It's Zach into the Sombra. We haven't seen this in a minute, and this is a Midori special. We are going to see with the double flex. No Tracer, no Genji. But you're still in a double flex DPS look here from Midori, and I kind of love this. We're in the blackout DPS line. We haven't seen this in a minute. There is a lot of synergy between these two DPS. And it's going to be very hard to lock down anybody. I think Hero is gonna be the real target. AST themselves taking a lot of pressure. Zach is able to kind of harangue this back line a little bit. I think Chopper might be the priority number 1, if not maybe a support. But I think Chopper's got to be your top priority if you're Zach. Meanwhile, let's go check back into this front line. AST starting to push forward. 64 charge their name, and there, Zach continues to squeeze from behind. The wall's closing in here in this opening fight. Midori able to pick up first cap. Well, had 19%. We got that pause. Oh my god. Oh my god. Unfortunate timing. I mean, losing that 2/3 of a sound barrier, or even half of a sound barrier if you were a little behind, let's say, because of, fight loss. Are we not? There we go. Come on. Oh, Hero with a crazy right click. What was that? You got a low AST. Able to hold on to that charge, survive through that, and a pick on a triplet. And he's got Midori second guessing how far they've overextended into this fight. Grab tossed in for both of our Zaryas. Oh, now stick the camera in a tray. Ends up being a 2-for-1 trade. Midori gets the 2, but now with the Kitsune rush. Oh, and an EMP over the top. Zach is able to kill 1. K-Bait is still here as well. I think Midori have got this one on lock. And they've still got a sound barrier to work with if they so please. Oh, that DC is so painful. If this, continues like this, we'll not get a chance to get that last sound barrier. I mean, clearly it's very far away from it here. Chopper with the overclock. Try to make miracles happen. We know Chopper can clutch. The team could use one here. That sound barrier lands on Zach just in the nick of time. Death Blossom in from Cabe. And I think Midori have all they need. The ambush is set up. Ooh. Cabe finds Alex. Midori will find this opening map. Round. Sub-map, even. There should, Tapire. Tanuki Tapire is an elephant. Is their logo. And they are looking a little irrelevant this season. Oh, ouch. Ouch. I'm sorry. I like that roster a lot. Just not their meta. Not their meta. All right. So, could be, one really come back in, make a big run towards the championship. Right now, they're just hoping they can send us on over to that big old tower where a university awaits inside in the potential round 3. First things first, got to get the Stellan Gardens. Oh! All right, we've gone from Sombra Reaper into Bastion Reaper. We are just pure damage. We are vomiting damage in spades. Very bursty. We've seen so much Zarya lately. We're definitely a high damage meta. Oh, there's the bubble on the Cabe. Wheels down. Speaking of high damage. A quick disengage. You hear the shadow step of Zach. They were rejoining the rest of the team. Alex here with light shotguns, by the way. You don't see those very often. Unfortunately, their teammate has gone down. AST looking a bit worse for wear as well. That was worse for wear as well. Yeah, that's what I said. We're getting another fight win out of Midori. This has been quite the opening map from him thus far. 1 or 2 deaths, I think, in total. What are we looking at? 4. 4 total deaths from Midori so far on Oasis. 50% towards another 100-0. Give me a Graviton Surge in from Hero. You're able to catch at least one, if not multiples, and the Chopper's going to switch over to an Echo. Suzu used to get the team out. Kitsune rush. Get us some right back in. No deaths on the back of the Grav, though. It's just Young and Beautiful waiting out this Kitsune rush. Now looking to go counterpunch with one of their own. Keep an eye out for Zach. Waiting for the ambush. On the front line. Cabe's in trouble. Gets hit by Zach. Meanwhile, Alex, excuse me, getting that kill on the Cabe. And Zach's gonna get taken down by AST. So, look at Midori kind of outthought themselves a little bit. It's a hit, but a foul. Caracal. I assume that's about my elephant joke. I don't know. I didn't make any duck jokes. I don't know what foul you're talking about. I did not make any duck or geese jokes. All right. Oh, that's a good grab, Ed. Eddie will put 2 down that were caught. Ed, I mean, enormous play out of AST. Young and Beautiful waking up a little bit here on Oasis. They put together back-to-back fight wins. What are we looking at? A lot of Death Blossoms here. I'm thinking we get a Reaper dupe right as they drop in. It's giving Death Blossoms over the front, and it's the dance contest just bouncing all over the place. Somehow, everybody's alive through all of that. We do get the duplicate from Chopper also onto a Reaper. We're just looking for more Death Blossoms. There hasn't been enough. Midori gets a free flip. Well, it costs them a Kitsune Rush. Grab in. You find Neptune. The only ult remaining. Oh, Annie's close to a Kitsune if they can get it online. There it is, right on top of AST. Will it be enough? I mean, one of the best ultimates to pair with a Zarya, and AST's able to run down Zac with it. Just bubbles for days, but still Chopper doesn't get him. Hero able to find that kill. Young and Beautiful will force Midori off of this point. AST close to getting this Graviton Surge online. Keep an eye out for Cave. Drops it in the back. Drops to the EMP. AST is hit with it. Still manages to get the grab out. Fights 2. Fights 3. As Seymour comes in with the Suzu. Just throws themselves into the fire. Young and Beautiful get control of the gardens, and they never let up. I think they might have just done enough. Zac gets the touch. Not a whole lot to really cycle on to this point. With Triplet, yeah, Triplet's under a lot of pressure here. You have Cade there to cycle on. Okay, moves up to the top. Now Hero moves in with Bubble. And this was something that, you know, this, the Reaper Sombra are actually very good, actually, cycling in and out. You know, I was starting to think about, you know, you don't have the Tracer, you don't have the Genji, but that Reaper Sombra could still stall for quite some time. Fortunately, Young and Beautiful are able to deal with it. Focus fires on point, and they are, in fact, able to send us into that big tall tower.
Ready for battle.
Cave wheels down immediately, just forces Young and Beautiful to rotate towards hallway side. They don't even really take the fight for the high ground. Triplet way up at the skybox doing some scouting just to make sure nobody's coming close. Keep an eye out. Getting just one quick teleporter. And that could be a flip of this map. Whoa! You see, Zac ends up down in the pit. Is this the move to go here for Young and Beautiful? We have had a drop down from Hero. Cave has got that major perk now, and you can hear those artillery strikes coming in, but with the wheels up, that burst damage is now gone, and a good opportunity. In fact, good enough for Yab to grab control. Cave has got cooldowns back. Launching explosions across the battlefield. Bubble's gonna absorb some of it. Chopper, though, eats a big hit, ending up down to 1, but not back in spawn. Zac is able to find Alex, and Chopper's down in the pit, so it looks like a momentary advantage here from Midori. Bubble on Zac, see if they can go find AST in that moment. Ooh, the boop. But Zac is barely able to hold on. Still, the peel is good enough to protect your Zarya. Well played there out of Neptune. Annie, with a concerning rush to enter into this fight, 10% ahead of their opposition. You're gonna lead AST and Chopper right into the backline. A very low Cade gets hit by the right click. Back on point. Chopper, cycles in, start putting some shotguns into the face of Hero. Well, it looks like Midori able to hang on. Triplet grabs a Mega there. It was, I mean, like 10 health. And it looked like all of Midori was very close. You know, anybody could have fallen staggered there right at the end of that fight. But they're able to get back into this with the quickness. It's a big grab. That's an enormous grab. But the Kitsune Rush is solid. Protects them through that. I mean, 5-player grab from AST. But you got beat and Kitsune into that fight. Nobody dies. Good hold from Midori. They flip it at 26. We got ourselves a map here, friends. Ooh, AST pushes forward. Look at the rest of the team is going back to high ground. Photon barrier thrown over the point, but now Hero's got to grab in. That's got at least AST in Chopper. 2-for-1 trade on this objective. Cave just like flying into the sky. The Death Blossom gets canceled. I think it was a jump shot from Cave that got the initial damage there on the Chopper. So by the time they hit the ultimate, it was already at the back of the fight. They were already low on health. That's an HA out of Neptune. Zach with a beautiful Death Blossom cancels the sound barrier. Oh, and that a map that's as close as this one feels like that could have just been the backbreaker. Oh my goodness.
That feels better.
92-62 on the board. And in with the only ultimate currently available. AST needs to get this grab online, but they're so low. Hero's gonna chase him down. They end up down in the hallway. I think dropped just a moment too soon. Just got pressured. Artillery strike gonna land. Chopper and Adiune seem to survive through it without much problem. We do have a photon barrier in play, but now with Adiune down, I think Hero and Midori have got this one in their favor. The Graviton Surge just to close it out. Midori will open with a win here on Oasis. Man, they made for one hell of a map. Yeah, made it real close, right? I mean, made it real close. Midori started off with, I mean, it was a absolutely dominant, almost flawless map and a half. You know, our first round and a half. It was 100-0 on City Center. Start off with, I mean, it looked like they started off so good there on Gardens. What you banning? What you banning out, yeah? Yeah, Bastion ban. Okay, okay. Does still look pretty dominant in the stat card, despite how close that one felt in percentage. Now, I mean, again, that was, I think, a lot of it based off of an extraordinarily dominant Bastion. I don't know why my head went BAP. Like, okay, we're banning out, like, my head had to kind of wrap around the idea that we're banning a Bastion. Like, I had to go double check that. You know, 36-5 leads in elims. AST, actually your damage leader at 17k. Cabe in that Reaper though, my goodness. Head and shoulders damage above the rest of the DPS line. Reaper or the Bastion. Like, I mean, busted out that Bastion at University. Bastion Zarya do a good job of cycling their cooldowns, I will say. You know, it does feel, I mean, you've always got so much damage. Between the Bastion, the Zarya, and the Reaper, it does feel like they would do a spectacular job of cycling their cooldowns and keeping pressure. Constant pressure output, you know? It makes it very tough to play around. You gotta be patient, you gotta kind of set up around it and find an opening. And that's Midori banning out the Zarya as well. So we are not going to get the Zarya Bastion comp. That is that is for sure. If there's one thing we know for sure in this map too, we will see 0 Zarya Bastion. All right, let's get into Sunasapi. Croc, what does that say?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
So Seaful actually does pull out the Roadhog. So here's, I'm guessing this is what Zach was referring to. We have a Roadhog, Torbjorn, with a Symmetra. Okay. Ooh, this is... What are we doing? So what's our goal here? You got Cave to kind of anchor with your Lucio... With your Lucio Curie. There's the rotation. Seafood on the other side. So Cave kind of playing an off angle, but Zach just gets destroyed. See, got glitched. The only hero he could choose was Ayari. Oh, well, that sucks. In OWCS, they do Zarya Mary, and I think replacing the Reaper for Bastion would be better because of pure bubble break damage. Yeah, but you don't have the escapes. You don't have the escapes of the Reaper. It's the Reaper having both escapes is what makes it so powerful. On top of the insane burst damage and being able to move it and work well with the bubbles and stuff. Yeah, I've gotten a lot. Oh, big hook from Seafool. But yeah, I've gotten some early progress here in this opening minute and a half. Good shot from Chopper on the base, back of that early ultimate out of AST. And the Midori comp was... I'm not seeing the vision yet. It's not coming together for him yet. Okay, okay. So checkpoint picked up here from Young and Beautiful. Suzu forced out just to save Chopper through that. AST, I think, kind of salvages the overclock as much as anything. They do make good on the space created there, but Seafool swapped over to a Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball taking a fairly significant nerf with the 20% reduction in the amount of clip. Going from 100 to 80 ammo in the clip. It has a pretty nasty nerf. That extra 20 rounds is so important. Alright, we got Molten Core, Photon Barrier, Kitsune Rush. Answered by double support ults out of Young and Beautiful. Let's see, fight really taking place here, coast side. Looks like Midori kind of holding down the middle. We're able to teleport back and forth, but it got destroyed. Ghost control still from Young and Beautiful. They're trying to squeeze this horseshoe in. Running Cave off towards the store. Triplet only hits 3 with that sound barrier. But they're able to sneak the bot away a little bit. And Midori are somehow making this work. It feels a little awkward, but they've gotten some momentum. They've gotten some meterage. Oh, they lost control of the bot. There goes Seafool. Pile drive, trying to hold the line. One roll through onto Chopper. Gets a little interrupted there by that Terra Surge. Alex finding Triplet with that Terra Surge, by the way. Zach 1, Seaborn 1. Midori looking quite beat up here. We're approaching the halfway mark. What in the Cloud Fiesta's Midori's comp here? I think the idea was the Queen or Hazard or Winston with Reaper would be played. Yeah, like they were looking to counter something that did not come out. Like the hog into the Orisa did not work at all. I mean, there have been no changes out of this Yab comp. And I mean, now Triplet's gone down again. Triplet at most deaths in the lobby at 3. Only 1 death so far here as we hit the halfway mark as far as time. AST has been the only one to fall. Oops. Sorry, Alex, I missed that pulse, but hey, so did you. Hey-oh. Overclock from Chopper. Triplet will find the second kill of the map here from Midori. But I think even with what damage Chopper was able to do, we're going to win out this fight. Triplet eats a jab. Kitsune Rush is going to enable any unit into a pair of kills. Any unit gets a 3-piece in that. Good shooting. Spectacular shooting out of the Overwatch League veteran, indeed. It's St. W. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. A significant lead push on the back of this sound barrier is going to find Seaborn immediately. A great recognition of a vulnerable backline there from Midori. Yeah, they're able to capitalize. Swiftly win yet another fight.
This ends now.
guessing I was muted for like the last 2.5 minutes or so. Honestly, I wish I hadn't been talking then. I could have at least given my voice a rest. No. I totally just muted myself because I started coughing. I have a voice. You can hear my voice kind of wearing a little bit. Hey, it was some good calling. It was some good casting too. You know, I was talking about the Cinderella run from Midori, tripped on the overclock out of Chopper. It was a cool line, damn it. It was a cool line. Of course, that also means that I missed the ban. Damn it. Damn it, we missed the ban. Oh my goodness, just terrible. Just terrible. At least we get some stats. Stats are good. Chopper and AST both at 12k apiece. Both only had 4 deaths as well. All around, really, really nice, man. I mean, obviously we saw Midori, he played some funny stuff there in the beginning. You know, whether Young and Beautiful were expecting that, or Midori just didn't expect the Eraser or something. I don't know, who knows? But, you know, Seafood coming in and trying to play the Hog, ends up on the Wrecking Ball there for Sunasapi. Yeah, just does not work out. Does not work out, unfortunately. So let's say we get adjustments. It was fun, though. You know, it was fun to watch. It was fun to watch. Oh, okay. Well, we get a Zarya ban. Nobody wants to play Zarya. Hey, that makes it easy. Because, you know, we had Zarya ban in map 2 out of Midori. So we know Yab banned the Zarya this time. We are going to get a side swap here, which means that we don't have to move our Zarya ban, as a matter of fact. We just swap sides. And then change the Bastion ban into a Hanzo ban. Oh, we are getting Hero coming back in. Let's get in it. I so need to make that a stream deck button and turn off my outlines. I think that could be a cool one to have. Mono says social will never forgive you for that comp game. Yeah, Mono, looks like your cats are turning it up. The cats have turned it up here. Montrolo says I can't wait to promote to this level of play next season. Well, let's go. Oh, Chopper with the shot from the low ground finds Triplet way up in the window. The angle on that was wild. I always find sky shots to be some of the hardest shots to make as it hits scan. That's gonna be a DMAC on the Hero as well. Late staggers there from Young and Beautiful. Here to start this defense. 1 minute in. So far, Midori not really finding much. They dropped Zuero, who is the worst ever one assist. That was a flex support player, for those who might be wondering. ASC forced out off the high ground, where, I mean, guess Kitsune Rush thrown in could have been a choice, as the defense is going to run Midori back inside the house. Seymour got found out, Triplet cut down. Looks like Zach's just already running away. Hero will not make it out. Looks longingly through the grate at Zach on the other side. Cave gets caught way back there on point B. We got a Freya swap there out of Cave. So no more Tracer. I think this is gonna be tough This is gonna, you don't have really anybody to mark Alex. I mean, you still have Hero and a Diva. You can't help with some of that flank control. I guess it is really the only reason this works. AST then forced to move into this back line. Sound barrier lands there from Neptune. Zach's gonna pull out the blade in the back of their own beat. Zach is able to bonk their way through. Neptune help out with the kill on a chopper as well. We'll call it that way. Midori eventually able to work their way through. Muscle on to point A. Pick up this point. Pick up this objective. I mean, it costs them 3.5 minutes. You got 3 minutes to go through the entirety of point B. Chopper turns the corner to find Triplet with that overclock. Ooh, self-destruct trying to get Hero back in mech. We also heard the bolo shot come in. That would have been a cool combo. By the way, we have seen AST make a composition swap to try to match this Diva. Try to play at the same speed of Midori. The Eraser was just kind of got left in the dirt there a little bit. Oh, where did Alex find that? Alex moving in through alley is able to pick up Triplet. Yep, Alex had the positioning on that one. Woo! Zach didn't check the corners. Zach on the floor is still able to somehow win out the duel. Gets the kill on a chopper. Nice little move to get the blink melee at the end. Builds up pulse pop. Seaborn with a continual rush here, helping Hero chase out some kills. Hero's able to get out and away. Big sound barrier advantage here for Neptune, and he even has the rush as well. The Katsuna rush is going to come out immediately here at the start of this fight. 45 seconds to go. The card is close to the cap, but Hero out of mech. I think Cave tried a bolo shot through that, but it's just going to be a swift disengage here from Midori as they try to get reset here. AST would love to get an exit pick. See if they can deny a final fight out of Midori, at least make it uncomfortable. They're going to get it. They find two supports. 25 seconds to go. We'll see if Midori is able to handle this complication. To get their supports into the battle. Let's see, you see your supports in through the top alley, perhaps? The very top of your screen there where Zach is, they're just going to drop in through a window. 5 seconds. They think they've got room to get this touch. There's the blinks in from Zach with a 4. They're able to at least initiate the overtime, but it's up to Hero to keep it going from here. Triplet is 15% away from that sound barrier. You don't want to have to send them into the line of fire to try to hold this card. But, oh, you sent Alex in to get the stick. Neptune is able to get the sound barrier down. No response out of Midori. And yeah, make a big hold here in the streets of Kings Row.
Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Comes out 7-1. Chopper slacking with a whole 2 deaths. Does make up for it with the most damage on the team as of right now, 14-2.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're gonna have Cave just start off with the fray. Decided they like that one. It's gonna be a soldier now to Chopper. It's kind of bread and butter. In the Overwatch League skin here. Hey, this is Chopper at his finest. Opening railgun shot, trying to give AST the early health advantage over Hero. Hero actually backs up the hotel, gives up that space in front of statue. Chopper eating a little bit of damage out of Cave from the high ground, and I like how Zach is trying to reclaim some space, open up some, this house for this Midori defense to work. Chopper slides in, gets booped down from Hero. Hero moving, try to protect the supports, hold that lane. It was a peel back, I guess. Yeah, I went back for Zach. Is that what's going on back there? Oh yeah, Triplet gets stuck back there too. So there's 50% picked up already. Ooh. That's a take aim bolt landing on a Chopper. We will have time for a recontake. You see Triplet on your screen right now. Circling her in to try to help with this attack into the corner. Good boop. Oh, and max damage. Felt like out of the bolo shot. Triplet returns with a vengeance here and a huge retake out of Midori. Stopping Young and Beautiful on the back of this point. Hey, what a great play. Now you look at a disastrous turn when you see Zach and Triplet go down, so far away from the rest of the team, kind of early in the fight. Look at Triplet still hanging out around. Was gliding over one player to go up and try to harass Eddie, and Zach is there to help out. Triplet and Zach have been playing together for so long. Zach leaves a little present for Neptune. It's a 3v2 favoring Young and Beautiful on this point, though. AST finding a couple kills amidst the Midori Kitsune rush. And it's enough to get the yellow ring and the card out of the garage. Okay, sitting Alex into the house. Neptune, Soundbarrier down. Ooh, Alex does not get the beat. So kind of playing a little more conservative than I think they would have liked there in that push. This allows for a safe disengage there from Midori. Still pulse bomb in the pocket of Alex. No good opportunity, at least they didn't feel so. I was talking at the top of the series how AST and Alex have been two of the biggest surprises here in 2025. Big blow-ups here from Young and Beautiful. But it's going to be a Soundbarrier engage out of Midori as they're going to go first. AST leads a brilliant disengage back and no kills there from the Soundbarrier engage. Anion still a little bit away from their own ultimate. So we'll probably get a bit of a slow push here out of Young and Beautiful while they wait for that to build up. AST gobbles up the bolo shot. Continuing rush thrown into the mix here from both of our Kirikos. AST taking a lot of damage to it. Alex has been able to sneak one away, but the rest of this has been all Midori. They'll hold with 2:15 left on the clock. Chopper coming in forced to fall way back, but successfully doing so. Love the peel there from Neptune, Anyun. All three of them just staying in nice little bunch while ASC was holding the front line. Now they're going to come in with the sound barrier. They get the pulse. The scissors, beautiful. Anyun did a brilliant job protecting Young and Beautiful through that bush. Felt like it was on a nice edge. Oh, Neptune gets caught though. Outside of the range. The Kiriko can't do anything to help him. You got Alex one side. Chopper in deep, down towards the point. Bailed out here from AST as they're able to circle around through Alley and rejoin the rest of the team. That was close. Losing Chopper there with 60 seconds left would have been, not great. Not a disaster, but not great. Continuing rush overclock available for Young and Beautiful. 35 seconds left. This could be final fight for the map. Hero's able to hit Chopper. There it is. I mean, it looked like a good take aim bolt on top of that. Sound barrier from Triplet is exceptional. Max value out of that ultimate with 21 seconds to go. I love the timing. You don't wait for the Kitsune to come in. You don't try to play on the back foot. You don't try to act in response. Brilliant timing from Triplet. Ooh, was it a moment too early? We are going to get one last fight. And this is going to be Kitsune Rush and Pulse Bomb available. Alex has been able to hide out behind this defense. Zach is aware the call has been made. Kitsune Rush has been tossed in from both of our teams. Cabe unleashes with the polo shot. Unclear if it hit anybody, but no deaths in the feed. Chopper swapping over to the Genji to get back into this fight, but get immediately cut down. 3v3 left on the point. AST and Neptune trying to equalize here. Zach moves over to find the kill onto the ladder. 3v2 for this Midori defense. Alex trying to hold on, has a pulse to work with for Young and Beautiful. It's up to AST to hold on to the cart. Has the self-destruct, but can't get back in mech. The pulse lands for Zach, not for Young and Beautiful. Midori hang on to take the 2-1 lead of the series. My goodness. What a hell of a map. I mean, when Midori is not able to cap point B, you think that, oh man, I mean, it's so winnable for Young and Beautiful. It was looking so good. I mean, we looked at those stats, kind of the halfway mark, felt like it was all Yab. In control 3-0 EDM, by the way. The 3-9 in control just upset the 7-3 emote down mid. Wow. Wow. Back here in our match, it's going to be a circuit pick out of Young and Beautiful. We got a Lucio ban here from Young and Beautiful. Let's go get some stats there from map 3. We've had Zarya's banned out the past 2 maps, by the way. Which has been wild. When we were talking about, is it a dive meta? Now, I mean, we have had Zarya's banned the past 2 maps, although we have seen still a lot of flankers. I think the reason people aren't calling it a dive meta is because there has been like a lot of Zarya and stuff comboed with the Genji Tracer, or we're starting to see a little bit more Reaper now. What stands out from stats there? I'm looking at Cabe. I'm looking at Cabe and that 14k damage. Able to help hold on, really help swing some of these tank fights. You're looking at a much higher heal output from Young and Beautiful, much higher damage output from Seaborn and Triplet. I mean, just to show how much aggressive they're able to be. I think that just means your tank didn't need as much in the support line, in the sustain category, and Triplet and Seaborn able to get more aggressive in that. That number really stands out. The sheer damage output from Young and from Midori versus Yab is much higher. An extra 4k there, minus 1k, so we're at a +3. We'll call that +3.5. Call that another 4, so 7.5. And then -2. Okay, so it's about an extra 5k damage. It's actually not as significant as I was originally thinking. Just with Alex and AST able to output some good damage. But you're still looking at about an extra 5k damage there from Midori throughout that map. Some extra ban out of Midori.
Ready for battle.
Okay, we are being shown Sigma here from both of our teams, but we also have Mei as well. So, you know. What is this comp? Is this poke? Is this brawl? It's a little bit of both. The Bap Juno just reeks of brawl, I will say. Bap used to be kind of the quintessential. I mean, I guess it's still pretty quintessential brawl. But when you see it paired with the Yari, a lot more into the poke side of things. When paired with the Juno, that is a lot of sustain. And we're seeing the Juno for both sides. Triplet actually into the Brig. Now, Brig got a little bit of a buff. First time seeing Brig here today since the patch changed. Brig got a little bit extra damage added to that shield bash. Obviously not playing much of a part here in this first engagement. So far, Dab just out for a stroll in Monaco. Made it all the way around the second corner. Good wall, great rock. AST's in trouble. Spectacular pick. Right out of the gate, you're able to find AST early and really tank the cornerstone out of this attack. So even the trade on Zach inconsequential, at least for now. Bull shot from Cabe. Didn't see where that one went. Other than that, we're looking at a 90% towards this orbital. We've seen Midori so good with their timing here tonight. Might choose to go first on the back of this. Aniyun does have the response. I think this is actually going to be the first thing to come out. Especially with the wall already up. Oh, what an isolation. What a wall. What a rock out of Hero. Yep, rock. Aniyun dead. Oh, and that's a two-piece. It's Alex and AST with a hypersphere each to get a two-piece there at the end. Great team fight out of Hero. Flux ready for the next one. Here we go. Maddie was driving, could not bet. Oh. Hey, be safe driving. No driving and looking and, you know, messing with your phone. Be safe. Be safe while driving. That's what I'm saying. No, Phoenix. No, it is not. No. Don't stay off your phones while you're driving. Good wall. I'm really devaluing that ant matrix. It's gonna be a flux out of AST, but they can't quite escape the blizzard. Alex was looking a little stuck out of that window. Triplet had popped the rally, but the rally had faded. Hero's able to find one with a gravitic flux out in that room. And it's a big one, too. On to Eddie. And Alex and company still trying to force their way out. Oh, the wall's a touch early. Almost had a player isolated with that. Both teams kind of retreating back to their respective corners. This is going to favor the defense as they wait to get Zach back into this fight. Or Triplet, I mean. Triplet is here. Chopper's overclocked. See if they can get this over the line. 14 seconds trying to get themselves a shot at a map 5 here. Ooh, pick on his Zac! Right as the ultimate fades away, and you're gonna find Cabe out of the air, chopping the wings off of this defense. This will be the cap. Man, it took all 4 minutes for Young and Beautiful to get that one over the line. Couple good shots laying onto AST. Yeah, we're not able to set up to try to, you know, hold choke at all. We say they are kept at bay. Good job from Triplet and Cabe, keeping a good sharp eye on that. That's the speedering engage from the defense. I mean, excuse me, from the offense. Young and Beautiful now going to layer in. Consider, oh my goodness, I'm just flowing over all this. It's a lot of ultimates. The Flux does not get it done. AST ends up going down, but it's a pretty huge blizzard there. The defensive Flux comes in from Hero. You're able to fight too, and Alex gets slammed down. Anion was killed before they could even hit the ground. Ends up being a big hole, then a massive ult fight. What was that? 6 ultimates, 3 apiece invested there. Ooh, speedering blocked actually by the wall. Zac got a good one up. Triplet gets the rally in, and things get up close and personal. This is going to be another big hole just on the back of that one rally. "41 seconds to go. You don't allow much ult charge to build for Young and Beautiful either. But they do have this all-important orbital ray. Now, Neptune needs to be able to get into a position to you know, find value on this. X-Legend, thank you so much for the follow. All right, Neptune, where are you going with it? You gonna fly up, throw it towards the cards? Yeah, has to cross the blizzard to make it happen. Neptune's in trouble. The Immortality Field is up. But Hero is all over it. No lamp for you. No solace. No safe haven. Defense holds on point B. Will deny entrance into the hotel. But, you know, we saw Young and Beautiful make a similar hold on King's Row. And it was not enough for them to get the map. Can they kind of flip the script here?
Initiating match.
Can Young and Beautiful put up the better hold? Force a map 5. No innards on that car? Wait, this one has... one of these has innards, right? Yeah, this one has innards.
Ready for battle.
Such a great shot. This shot was in... I saw Ob's Orange, I believe, use this in the Season 5 Master Division Finals. We got this glorious shot. See, now this is where I need outlines on a Stream Deck button, so I can turn them on and off. Because having outlines off here just looks really good. Sigma defense, chop her into the Freya. Alex will stick with the Mei here early.
Stop the pain.
I was kind of curious if that rock landed. Ooh, great sideways wall. You don't see those very often, but definitely put AST in a rough spot. You know, some muscles clenched and tightened there for a split second. The Young next up, able to back up into safety. Now getting aggressive here. Another great wall out of Zac, but AST is just going to play aggressively into it. Oh, man, goodness. Things are just so up close and personal. When we back up here a little bit, it's that triplet brig. We haven't seen a lot of brig here in season 18. I couldn't figure out what to do with that camera. AST got a wicked fast ultimate build here in this opening minute for Yab's defense. Oh, rock through the amp matrix. That was nasty. AST with a quick pair. AST's been on fire here from this defense. K1R67, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. You know, you say that. You say that. Phoenix calling that Midori dub. I don't know. I don't know if it looks so clear cut here with 2 minutes to go on this point A attack. No ultimates online yet. 2 minutes in for Midori. Well, that was a beautiful take aim bolt. Chopper could be stuck. That's going to be the bull shot landing on the Neptune, and your brig is gone. Chopper will find the revenge, and ASD continues to dominate this front line. But an orbital ray in here from Midori, comboed with this blizzard, might give them the map. It will at least give them the point, rather. It costs 3 ultimates, but Midori should get this point on the board. Let's see, is there a recontest? Negatory. There we have a Ryan swap. Neptune with rally. Excuse me, triplet with rally. Actually, both of them have rally for that matter. Everybody's got rally. Flux from Hero is gonna find 2, well 3, but Alex is able to cryo freeze. Rally up from Neptune keeps everybody alive through that, and ASE even picks up a kill on his Zac. Gets a big pin kill. All right, all right. 3 minutes remain. Neptune spins, but Triplet does not, holding on to the rally, and Hero's gonna make a swap to the Orisa after seeing the Reinhardt. The natural tank player response. There's a Rhine, I go Orisa. Well, I mean, at least with Ramatra nerfed. I said classic tank player response, not Overwatch 2 response, alright? Alright? And he throws down the Ant Matrix. Could be in a bit of trouble in this back line. Gets the lamp up. Wall actually isolated Hero, and a Blizzard has been invested in. This is getting interesting. Cabe finds Chopper, but a big pick on a Triplet means, you know, you just have Seaborn here to provide the heals. And you gotta be very careful. Seaborn does not have any protection. Bullet shot tossed in. Looks like the back line of Yab able to hold on through that regen burst from Anion, keeping everybody topped up. Cart getting dangerously close to this box of victory. AST has the shatter. AST trying to cover that big gap. Oh, gets the shatter. No, does not get the shatter down. It will get canceled out. Blizzard onto the point. An orbital ray. See if they can cap this out. That'll do it. Midori close out the series with a 3-1. And an enormous win over Young and Beautiful. They are 1 win away from solidifying their spot in 3rd place here for Season 6. I know, right, Leprechaun? No Zen. No Zen. A resident Zen lover, not getting any love here. Okay. Okay. This is good. This is good for Midori. With that, they only have one match left in the season. Now, I will say, I think it is, okay, it's Extinction Zero. Definitely very winnable. A 4-8 Extinction Zero. If they're able to take that dub, they'll get it at worst 3rd place. And potential to move up, considering, well, you know, depending on how Boot Troop and Alternate finish out their seasons. Giving themselves a great shot going into the first round for playoffs. Starting on Monday. Playoffs will start Monday for Master Division. We will still have Expert finishing out their regular season. I know it's a little weird. It's not ideal. But I'm going to get as much Master Division playoff coverage as we can on this channel. As always, it will take priority over the Expert matches. I'm sorry. But it's playoffs. So, yeah, keep an eye out for that on Monday. Otherwise, I mean, woo, big GGs. Good job, Midori, indeed, says Skintiff in chat. Let's go give you a player of the match. Man, look at some stats there from Circuit Royale. Hero 20-3, 13K there. What are we thinking? What are we thinking for your player of the match? I feel like Seaborn had a hell of a series. I mean, 39 assists there, that opening map on Oasis. I really loved, I mean, Midori felt like it was all about the timing. Of course, you know, they trolled a little bit of map 2. With the Roadhog, Torbjorn stuff that we saw there on map 2. But otherwise, I mean, this looked very confident and very comprehensive from Midori. Also, I mean, Hero had an outstanding day. I mean, then you look at like the 14K that Cabe threw down. Like, I have a hard time choosing this one. I feel like everybody kind of had a map where they really shined, right? It wasn't like one single player really shined through the whole series so much as it felt like, you know, everybody... When Midori needed somebody, one of the team members was there to step up each and every time. So for the first time here on this channel, your player of the match is Midori. You know what? We're going to give that to the coaching staff. Your player of the match is going to be Lemon and Tenacious here tonight. We're giving that one to the coaching staff here from Midori. That's right. That's right. In an unprecedented move, your coaches get player of the match.